I'm just making this announcement real quick, and then I'll come right there. Okay. So here we are, live on the Facebook, I think, and maybe YouTube and other places. So just a few things I want to bring to you on this Good Friday. One, I was up this morning pretty early and just starting to just continue to work on the sermon for this Sunday, and was dwelling on the text in Colossians where we've been the past few weeks and will be this Sunday. And on occasion, I do enjoy writing poetry. Most of it is for my kids and on their birthdays and for Ginger and just fun things like that. But then I just was dwelling upon Jesus and who he is, and wrote this morning. So I was just going to share it with you for Good Friday. It seems appropriate, and then I'll have a few announcements to make. From heaven our Prince came, to dwell amongst the men through which he would be slain. Abused, betrayed, stripped naked, mistreated, completely and utterly defeated. A dark day, a long night, silence, unknown. His followers all went back to their homes. Were we wrong? Was he not the one? Unanswered questions lingered long. Questions that trouble his followers even today. Let them trust their God, some people say. What is our reply? How can we when our God died? Isn't death the end? Or might it be where the truest things begin? So, on this Good Friday, I hope you do spend some time dwelling upon Jesus' death on the cross. That's what this day is meant for. It's what it's marked for in church history. If you have kiddos, I hope you help them to do that. Help them consider who Jesus is and what he's done and what he's done for them. Randy posted some resources on our Facebook group, so I'm pretty sure this is the page. And so Northbrook has a page which is basically just open to the public, and then a group that's a closed group. And the group is open to, in a sense, anyone, but you do have to be invited in, or you have to request in. So it's not just for members of Northbrook. Anybody that wants to be a part of Northbrook in that way and see what we got going on, you're pretty much welcome there. But you have to request it. So if you want to get in there, you can find that on the Facebook and figure that out. So he posted some resources there, and encourage you to check those out with your kids. Just some really the Jesus Storybook Bible, a beautiful story about the cross there. I think Sally Lloyd Jones, the author, may even be doing like a Instagram live reading of it at some point today. I know she's been doing that over the last weeks, and so you could maybe check that out. Also, the Paradox, one of our sending churches, they are live streaming their Good Friday service at 7 p.m. tonight. So if you're free, that'd be a great thing to check out. It'll be great. It'll be encouraging. It'll be a good thing to be a part of. And then, another thing I want to continue to encourage you to do, as I think you've seen me and Randy do, or you can go to our pages and see, and maybe seen many others do, there's this movement of people sharing just a 1 to 2 minute story of how Jesus has changed your life on your social media accounts. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And so we would just encourage you to consider doing that for all your friends, all the people there that maybe have never heard your story, maybe have never heard how Jesus has changed you. Take a quick moment, do as many takes you need, watch mine and Randy's. I didn't spend a lot of time on mine in the sense of trying to make it perfect. This is what was on my mind in regards to how Jesus changed my life, and so I shared a minute of it and posted it, and you can take more time to think about it, but I think that'd be just a really encouraging thing to do as we lead up to Easter and even after Easter, because obviously Jesus changes our life every day throughout the year. And so I would encourage you to consider thinking about doing that. And then obviously, Northbrook, join us on Easter. This will be our third Sunday to be with you and for us to have that kind of shared experience on Sunday. So it'll be available Sunday at 10 a.m. So be sure to be there. It'll be all the same places for the most part: Facebook Live, YouTube Live, And then I don't think we're actually going to use Vimeo this time. It'd still be, if you go to Northbrook Church, our live page from our website, it'll still be there. So you can, that was typically Vimeo, but I think we're switching over to YouTube as we continue to figure out what's best and how all this works. But so if you just went directly to Vimeo, which not many of you did, but a handful of you did, you probably won't be able to do that this time, but you'll be able to find it, I'm confident. And then just pray about, is there somebody you should invite to watch with you? By with you, I mean, we're at their home and you're at your home, but just that you would send a personal invitation and say, hey, we're watching our church, would you like to join along with us wherever you're at? And to be honest with you, this might even be an easier time to, as Easter and Christmas are typical times we invite people to church to hear the gospel and hear who Jesus is and what he's done for them. It might even be a little easier for us to invite people because we're just doing it virtually. And it might be easier for people to do that because it's much less threatening. They're just sitting in their home. They can kind of tune in or tune out, but it's just a lot easier for them to do that. And then personal invitations just go a long way. So feel free to share it on your social media accounts. You could go to our webpage and share that link and tell people to tune in, but sending a personal invitation, just like if you were to get one, they always go a lot further. So just consider how the Lord might use that or use you to invite someone to hear the gospel. So look forward to celebrating with you again this Sunday, and excited as I've been working and praying and considering this text, really excited about what God has for us. And so now here yet again, this is the part where I'm going to leave this spot and go press stop over there. So hopefully you enjoyed that on the last video, and yet again you get to enjoy that.